Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. I'm gonna apologize for moving this. Okay, hopefully that didn't cause a lot of noise, but anyway, this is gonna be a weekly reading for the week of the 6th going to the 12th of February. So we're gonna have a little look together and see what's going on for you. I'm gonna do things slightly differently this week only because I forgot my favorite cards. I always use them, so I'm feeling a little bit like I have to improvise, but we're just going to go ahead with the tarot and see what it has to say. We have the other oracle cards. I remembered to bring those. So I'll do those for you at the end, okay? But for now, Cancer, let's have a little look and see what's going on for you guys, okay? All right, Spirit, please, for Cancer, please. Okay, all righty. Cancer, I get the feeling that you either have fallen out with somebody recently or within this week. Maybe because of pride, someone was unwilling to see your side of things, or someone... And I feel like you feel a little bit abandoned by this. Roles could be reversed, but the way that you're showing up in this reading here, Cancer, is it maybe feel like something's missing for you? You're the Five of Pentacles and the Hermit card, so this is really deep introspection going on for you within this week, which is not a bad thing. I actually think you're trying to look at things from a higher perspective, maybe gain some advice here. Looking at something from more of a hopeful side. I think you guys are doing some really deep stuff. The Five of Pentacles is like an abandonment wound, so a lot of you could really be looking into your roots, really looking into why you might be feeling a certain way, the feelings that you are having, a situation that you're in, and whether it's stable enough for you or whether you feel good enough in a situation, and looking at the like questions of why. Is it a me issue that I can deal with, or is this because of the people that I'm around or the situation that I'm in? And I think you're kind of asking yourself these kinds of questions. Financially, there may have been a loss recently when it comes down to that. And again, you're having to maybe correct some mistakes that were made, some decisions that were made in the past. King of Swords with the Nine of Cups. This could be the person that you were dealing with if it was for you, that someone might be in a little bit of a pride or selfish, having a little bit of selfish intentions. I'm not getting really bad vibes from these cards. To be honest, maybe it just feels like someone is more up in their own head and again not looking at your point of view, which you decide whether that's a red flag or not to have someone around like that. I don't think they intentionally did it that way, like, okay, you're at a loss and I'm not, just so I can have... I don't think it's like that. I just feel like I guess they were more concerned about themselves. But yeah, call it a red flag if you wish. It depends on who this person is. And I see a massive like crane or heron flying across the sky. That's the first time I've ever seen that. The perks of having really beautiful windows here, but that may have some significance for you, okay? So Google what that means. Anyways, I'm going to move away from this being a person. This King of Swords could very well be the fact that you're trying to maybe educate yourself, right? Do things that you like to do. I think maybe this is you really looking within here, Cancer, into your own emotions to actually kind of figure out, but logically, what's going to make you happy and how to get there. Because the Nine of Cups is saying that there will be some wish fulfillment, all right, in the decisions that you're making here, which is good. But this is coming from maybe you were looking at some past situations and looking at your childhood maybe, or some, again, where you felt at a loss, where you felt abandoned, and you're trying to find ways to emotionally fulfill the things that maybe weren't fulfilled by people in your past. And I think you're kind of doing this for yourself, which is nice. Let's clarify the Hermit. Yeah, you guys have been through a lot. Let's just say this. Like, I kind of feel like you may have felt quite distracted from your intuition, or very like uncertain on like how to make that kind of calling. Like whether it's an intuitive, calling, or whether it's just fear-based or emotional. We have the High Priestess coming through and the Nine of Wands. Now, when this combination comes through, you can see something clearly now, which is nice to come through with the Hermit. Both are very intuitive with the High Priestess and the Hermit. One is intuitive or knowledgeable from experience, and the High Priestess is knowledgeable from her intuition, from her connection to the universe. So you guys are really kind of in this mode of being very wise, Cancer. Like, you're coming through as a very old soul, because in your life you've been through a lot, but also you have been connecting to yourself a lot more, especially within this week, to figure out the answers for yourself, which is really interesting. Now, the Nine of Wands, very independent vibes. I feel like you may have felt very independent in your life. Maybe you didn't have a lot of people around you that you could call home, is what they're saying. That's interesting. People who never made you feel at home or like comfortable, or you could be yourself around. And maybe these are the people that you may feel abandoned by, or feel maybe these wounds that are coming up, or these thoughts, feelings, or what you're thinking about. This is kind of giving me Six of Cups vibes with the Five of Pentacles, because it's giving me that past, that nostalgia. I think you're going over memories and stuff like this. Now, Nine of Wands coming through, you've gained a lot of experience. I do believe that maybe the things that you've been through have put you in like a fear-based mindset, and maybe this is something within this week that you're really trying to heal. But the Nine of Wands is really important with the High Priestess. You've taken the blindfold off. This is a wounded warrior vibe. Okay, so you have been wounded, as you can see with the thing around his head here. You've been hurt before, like maybe very intensely. You've learned how to put a wall up against people, maybe a little bit too much with the Hermit. Maybe you enjoy your company a little bit too much, but there's nothing wrong with that as long as we are open to some people. But I think that maybe you're addressing some inner wounds of maybe not trusting people and not having many people around you because of this. Maybe because of the kind of people that you've let into your life have been very selfish. You have Aquarius energy coming through. Gemini, Libra. So anyway, I'm kind of getting a sense that someone has like an emotional wall towards you, or like they come across as very cold. So Nine of Wands, maybe you have a little bit of fear about the future because of this. Maybe you're fearful of letting people into your life, or for doing certain things because of what you have experienced in the past. And it has a connection to do with some sort of loss or abandonment wound, okay? Let's clarify the Five Pentacles. Yeah, death. You may have lost someone, Cancer, and if that's the case, my condolences to you, because it's never easy to go through something like this, all right? But the Death card is, again, something really big impacted your life. Something really changed and shook the ground in your life. But the Death card is saying this is over. Like, you are safe. But the Nine of Wands feels like your whole system is on guard because of what you may have had to experience in the past. In a relationship, in your childhood, and to do with your, people. I think that there is a bit of anxiety here. Now, the Death card comes in as, although there is a loss, and there are losses in life, this does mean that things can change and, things get shaken up. I'm not speaking about grief because that's an entire different subject on its own, and it's something that's very difficult to talk about and very complex to talk about. But with this Death card, in terms of losses and changes, to do with finances, to do with people in our lives, who, again, we feel abandoned by. The Death card is about endings do lead to new beginnings. And it does bring about a change. We don't do things the same way. Death card is Scorpio energy. It is kind of rising from the ashes energy here. And what is lost cannot be regained, but we can gain something from it. Whether it be a lesson, whether it be wisdom with the High Priestess and the Hermit, whether it, death is kind of like, I'm really seeing that they're highlighting the fact that, and like it's physics, right? Where it's like energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So it's like, it may seem like an ending has happened in your life, or, a big loss and stuff like this. But they're kind of saying that we can use this energy and change it into different kind of energy. So, how I feel like you're turning into a little bit of an alchemist. Like, I think this is like the beginning stages of turning all your losses into your gains. Like, I'm really heavily getting the sense of this. I'm just going to move my camera to make... I'm not going to do it yet, but if the sun starts blinding you, I will start to move things around. But I kind of get the sense that what you're going to start to do, I think there's been a lot of instability in your life for the time that I'm reading for you. And I think you're trying to learn a lesson from this of how to kind of Maybe you don't realize that you're in the process of learning how to make this your superpower. It's because of the strength and the lessons that you've learned in this. For a lot of you, you could definitely become a teacher of some kind. You can definitely become a spiritual leader of some kind, or a mentor of some kind. Or you would definitely be very good at teaching people through your experiences. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles, this could be a very good path for you with the Ace of Pentacles here. New beginning, new stable beginning. So this is good. If you have been through a loss, I do see you either receiving some help, or you are the person that's going to be working to fix something that may have been a bit of a loss in your life. Okay, I think you're transmuting this energy, and that's probably why the word I was trying to say for you guys, you're transmuting an energy from loss and pain and, you know, feeling insecure and feeling wounded and in a survival energy, and you're turning it into like a powerful thing, in the sense of, okay, instead of sitting in this energy and feeling sorry for myself, because maybe you've been doing that for a while, and I think we all reach a point where we've had enough is enough, and you're turning it into something that's going to reward you. So you're building your skills in something, you're working hard on something. This could be the rebirth of a really powerful project. So you've been through a loss, and now this energy of loss is transmuting into success. Like, it is becoming that. It is going to require a lot of work. This is not one of those overnight things, by the way, but it is something that you're going to feel very passionate about, okay? Yeah. Two of Swords with a Tower. You had to make a very difficult decision here to let something go. All right, to let a situation go, to let the past go. It does have something to do with this Tower card, so separation, falling out, or again, it kind of feels like an event in your life. This feels like it's some kind of event. Clarify the Tower, please. What's the cause of the Tower? Could have been with a Sagittarius. Okay, I think it has a big impact on you, and it has left some sort of like wound within you. Now, I'm actually really interestingly seeing you're a very unique person, whoever I'm reading for, because I'm about to talk about like balancing the divine masculine and divine feminine, but this is very different because I don't think I'm saying it correctly, and maybe it's beyond my knowledge, which is why I can see it's different but not quite sure the words for it. But like, this is kind of divine masculine, divine feminine, but not like the stereotypes, and not what you would usually expect. You're very unique. You're very different. You seem to like, you're very different from everyone, and maybe you felt like that. But the reason being is, I find this so interesting, but I really wish I could tell you. If anyone knows what I'm trying to say, please write it down below, because I'm seeing a sense of like, you are a very powerful leader, but almost like you might get overlooked at first, but then when people actually get to know you, or actually speak to you, like they actually start to understand how much you've been through, how much experience you have, how wise you are. Like, it's very interesting. This is a very powerful energy that you're showing and displaying, but a lot to do with knowledge, by the way. Again, intuitive knowledge and wisdom, like from experience. And I think that's your superpower, Cancer. And if you can turn that or transmute that into your career or into a way of making money, then I really, really do see this working out for you, by the way. Even if it's like putting that pain into music, let's say, or like going from feeling at a loss in life and not good enough to suddenly creating your own business, your own career. Like, I don't know, like it's kind of like shocking people and even shocking yourself. But it shouldn't, because you're fully capable of it. Like, anyway, so this seems to be coming. This Tower card has something to do with a Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be a masculine, but it does carry some very masculine energy, okay? So like dominance, in this case, control. I think you'll be healing from this, which is what the Temperance is about, but I think it does take some time, so be patient with yourself. This could be someone wanting to reconcile with you. With the Two of Swords, you have a choice with that. Some of you will not be engaging in this. Some of you have blocked this person already or blocked out this person. I think some of you and most of you, you will never kind of have a connection with this person ever again. Some of you need to learning how to let go of the impact that this Tower card had on you. And this might be something that you're trying to balance or learn, understand how to do. Let's talk a bit more about this, Sagittarius. Influence doesn't have to be Sagittarius. Yeah, we're learning a lesson, we're releasing this judgment here. I think when you release and understand the lesson behind this, or even how to heal from this, I really do get a sense of you will rise up, as they say. You'll go to this next level in your life. And also you're going to be breaking some boundaries, because I feel like this person has some heavy influence on you. But specifically in your soul being, I don't know, maybe this had some psychological impact on you that you're still having to heal from. Yeah, I think you're releasing the emotions that you had behind this. And I think for some of you, especially within this week, you're going to really understand what is yours to hold on to and what is not your responsibility. And for a lot of you, maybe you carry this person's burdens for a long time, or again, the impact that they had on you has been really weighing you down. With the Queen of Cups, this is you, Cancer. You are a water sign. You are very compassionate, very emotional, very sensitive, but not in a bad way. It seems to have a very bad connotation, but in the best ways. It means that you can feel things. Now, with the King of Swords, some people cannot feel things. With the Ten of Wands, though, it's kind of letting go of carrying everything for everyone. And I don't know who else had this. What sign was it? Maybe it was Virgo, I think, of carrying everything for everyone, wanting to help everyone, wanting to fix everyone, carrying on everyone's problems, taking the blame for everything. This is something you're releasing. Okay, if you're an empath, which Cancer, I'm not surprised if you are learning how to give things back to other people. I just shuffled, but there was a Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck when these two came out, which is of course about regaining that balance again. And I feel like you're giving back to people the shit they've piled on you. You're sending it back. I don't know, some of you, if you feel like evil eye is on you, I do get that you're sending back anything like that to whoever sent it, but most importantly, you're regaining power back and calling back your power and sending back what's not yours to handle and deal with. And this is going to cause some endings. So don't be surprised if you make a prayer and then all of a sudden it happens. In ways that maybe you didn't even anticipate. Because the Hierophant, I'm kind of seeing this as a bit of a promise coming in from the universe. This is a commitment, though. Some of you might find yourself taking a leap of faith in a commitment or in a contract here. And this is going to be... Well, they do say this is the happily ever after card after all. I think there's a lot of good things going to come into your future that you have no idea about, only because you're really kind of going through past stuff that you haven't got that vision yet, unless you do, because you are coming through as a high priestess of the future. I think you're really doing that inner work, Anything else for Cancer? The Sun. Well, that's always nice to see, which is positivity. As you see the beautiful sun behind me as well. This is joy. This is happiness. This is good luck as well, by the way. So this is the most auspicious card in the deck. It's a super lucky card to have and a super powerful one. So I think you're kind of being revealed the truth. You are going to be making certain decisions here. So if there are people who have been taking a lot of your energy, etc., finances, whatever it may be, time, and it came at an expense of you, and you've learned a valid lesson, something's been highlighted to you, you understand now that that's not a good thing to do, is to always, sacrifice yourself for everyone else. I think you are going to be making different decisions this week that is going to maybe make you fall out with some people, or especially those selfish people that we had, because now it is coming up as I'm saying this, despite shuffling on the bottom of the deck. You are going to understand who's for you, who's not for you, the kind of decisions to make, etc. And I think you're going to be calling back your power, which is very good to see, Cancer, because I think you've been giving it away for a long time. We have love. We have heartache over what you no longer have. So some of you may have lost a loved one. Okay, or again, there may just be a lot of pain in your heart here when it comes down to love because of a loss here, a breakup. Or maybe this is you healing your heart again. If this is like abandonment wounds, we have butterfly, which says a change for the better coming through for you. So again, if people are starting to exit your life, this is a change for the better. For some of you, you have marriage coming through. Some of you are going to get married. And this may have been something you didn't expect yourself to be doing. Because we are stepping into a new experience and you'll be taken care of in difficult times. So this is just confirmation for you guys. And then you also have Dolphin on the bottom of the deck, which is financial gain, usually coming from something that you did in the past. So I see that an idea is going to be given to you, or you're going to have an idea, divine idea, that is going to make you very, very, I say, lucky in terms of money, but they're saying here this is coming from good karma, okay? You might have to let go of a few things that have been very painful for you so that you can actually blossom and grow, because it feels like these are limited beliefs and people who limited your beliefs, by the way. We have Draft Spirit. I'm trying to get it to focus and not be in the sun. And this says, see the big picture. So I think instead of like holding on to the details and, you know, the things that have already happened, I think really zooming out like a giraffe does here, because they're so tall. And I just realized you guys probably can't see me, but that's, I guess, fine. As long as you can see the cards, then it's all right. But you guys are kind of pulling away from it so that you can really understand probably your future, by the way. Let's see if I can move you a little bit. Probably your future, because I think you're seeing your future in your past, but not just one or the other. I think you're kind of combining the web here for yourself. Make your dreams real. So my angels, that's what I have for you. If you like a personal reading, there's a link down below. But I'm sending you all my love, Cancer, and I hope to see you guys next time. Okay.